You have in other tapes said things that give a person to say over and over and over again on the tape so that they can, is the only thing I should do just see the image, or is there something I should say?
Well, it doesn't matter. Words add power to everything that you think, just as action adds power to everything that you speak. So thoughts are very powerful, and when you are speaking your thoughts, they are even more focused. And when you are acting around your thoughts, they are even more focused still. And when you're writing your thoughts, that's the most powerful point of focus that we have seen. If we were looking for the ideal situation, we would sit with paper and pen, and we would write in outline form, and then we would image around it. In other words, we would get into a virtual reality, and we would say, today I'm going to my virtual reality, and my primary focus is going to be me. And my primary focus is going to be me in my body, and me in my home, and me in my relationships, or relationship if there is a significant one that you were chewing on, and me in my work. And then we would start with any one. We would really start with the easiest one. And we would say, all right, who is me? Who am I? Who am I? Meaning, what is the picture that I would like to project? Never mind what somebody else has seen, and never mind what I have convinced someone else of. In other words, we see so commonly that you, not just you, but most of you, will have a moment of insecurity, and you will speak it to someone, and then they will remember your insecurity and reflect it back to you the rest of your life. They didn't believe it right up front at first, but as you hammered at them year after year after year, in time they began to accept your insecurities as you, and now when they see you, they reflect that back to you. And it does take some doing to get around that. But the doing is not nearly as difficult as you think. It just takes a few moments of pure thought on any subject that is important to you. But you've got to do the work, and most of you do not do the work. Dart into your virtual reality, do as much as you can do, as long as it still feels good, and then go on to whatever else you are doing. And what will begin to happen is you'll begin to take so much pleasure in those little moments of visualization that you'll want to go there. We want you to have that feeling of not wanting other things to interrupt the deliciousness of what you've come to find, so that you're going to your virtual reality not to fix something that is broken, not to take down ugly wallpaper and put up beautiful wallpaper. You're going to your virtual reality because you have found it a haven that feels good. It's a haven of connection. It's a haven of clarity. And in time, you will come to know it as the haven of when I really make things happen, because it's a time of really practiced and focused allowing. And what it really is the time that you practice a vibration that causes you to let in what you've been telling the universe for years that you want. This visualization is about softening you to let in.
Do I have to abandon all thoughts of dieting at the same time, or just let in what I want? Because I'm so conditioned to, this doesn't happen unless
Those
you
are
diet.
very important words that you're offering, because if we said to you, yes, abandon all thoughts of dieting, you would be in big trouble, because as you just said, you're conditioned. You can't just abandon thoughts. You can't just stop thinking thoughts that you've practiced thinking. You begin these thought processes over a long period of time. And while you can change them quickly, it does not happen instantaneously, nor does it need to. What we would like you to begin to enjoy is the becoming process. And we think that's what is tripping so many of you up. You're not enjoying becoming. You're unhappy where you are. You think you'd be more happy over there. And so you're just miserable until you get over there, which keeps you from ever getting over there. But if you could enjoy the becoming, that would all change right now. That's where the visualization comes in. You can enjoy the becoming. When you have an image of how you want to be, when you have an idea of what you want, and you look at what is, and you keep saying, this is how it is for me. We hear those words from you vibrationally, if not verbally. This is how it is for me. This is just who I am. Or this is just the way I see the world. This is just how things are for me. Hear the power of those words. It's like nailing your feet right in this spot. When you say, this is how it is for me, it's you who has closed the door for something else, and only you. So begin softening it by saying, well, this may have been how it's been, but it's becoming something else. And if someone tries to pin you down to what it is, say, oh, I'm open for all kinds of good things. In other words, just be playful about it. This is what the process is. You never get it done. You cannot get it wrong, and you never get it done.
Oh.
And so when you say, I'm making a beautiful picture of me, I'm sculpting myself into something that is pleasing to me, that's far different than saying, oh, look at me in all of my flaws. I've got to be something different than I am. It's an entirely different vibration. I'm becoming. It is so valuable when you can just not give a rip what anybody else thinks about where you stand. Because even if you were, by most standards, the most beautiful of them all, there would still be some that would say, oh, please. Oh, please. It should be more this way or it should be more that way. It has to not matter at all to you what anyone else's opinion is. And most of their opinions they got from you. They picked them up from you. They're reflecting back to you. Many years ago, Jerry and Esther moved into a little house in the country. And they got chickens right away. And they'd been told that there were skunks and ringtails and things around that would bother their chickens. And sure enough, there was a skunk that made himself present. And so Jerry devised an ingenious way of capturing the skunk. And then they could drive it to some other neighborhood. They hauled so many skunks that they called it Skunk Hauler. And others probably do by now, too. And so they needed a vehicle that they wouldn't mind hauling skunks in, because skunk hauling is not the most pleasant thing to do. And they bought an old truck for $250. So you can imagine how lovely it was. There was not a piece on the truck that was not dented. The truck had been bumped into everything. The young man who sold it to them had been racing it. And then Esther was embarrassed to be in the truck. So she said to Jerry, maybe we should just paint it a little. So they took it to a paint shop and said, what would it take to just sort of make it look a little better? And the man looked at Esther, containing his laughter, and said, much more than you would ever want to give it. And so Jerry was looking in the paper one day and found an ad that said, parting out a 1966 Ford truck, which meant they were selling the pieces. And Esther said, maybe we could just get some new doors. And so they went to see the pieces of this truck, and a man had taken a truck exactly like theirs, completely apart, and had sanded every piece of it down to the bare metal, and every piece of the truck was perfect. But it was all in pieces. So they took a trailer, loaded all of the pieces of the truck into the trailer, drove it all to a body shop not far from where they live, and said, can you take our truck apart and put it back together with these pieces? And the man said, yes, if you're not in a hurry. 2 years later, they picked up the most beautiful 1966 Ford truck that anyone has ever seen. It looks like it came right off the showroom floor. Jerry won't haul skunks in it. Well, they had been looking forward to the truck. They'd been stopping by on a pretty regular basis, and they were really enjoying the process of watching this truck become. And then the day they drove the truck back out onto the highway, people everywhere were waving at them. Truckers were beeping their horns and giving them the signs, and people on the highway were honking their horns and waving, and people that they didn't even know were driving by and giving them the thumbs up sign. They couldn't stop for gas without people gathering all around. Where did you get this beautiful truck? This is the most beautiful truck that I have ever seen. And Jerry and Esther were amazed at the attention that this truck gathered. When they go back to Texas, which happens occasionally, they always drive the truck. And no one ever looks at it, even though it looks exactly the same as it did before. Because Jerry and Esther are not in the creative mood of the truck. The truck does not have their attention anymore. They're not feeling the exhilaration of the truck. In other words, it's exactly the same truck, but Jerry and Esther's vibration about the truck is in an entirely different place. They've moved on to other things. And while they appreciate the truck and they enjoy the truck, and Jerry says he will always have the truck, even though Esther keeps wanting to move it out of the garage so she can move something else in. The way the universe revolves around you does not have to do with how you appear. It does not have to do with the visual effect. It has to do with the vibration that is emanating from you. Everything is about that. And so that's why we are hard selling today this virtual reality, because we know the power of it. If you get in there and change the way you feel a little bit, 5 seconds here, 10 seconds here, a minute here, a minute here, a minute here, a minute here, it all adds up. It adds up to your change of feeling about who you are. And before you know it, in a month or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, you can find a whole state of being that is entirely different, or maybe much the same and just improved. In other words, you can make it any way you want, and everything in the universe will begin immediately to respond to your newfound vibration. Everything. Your metabolism adjusts to it, the way people respond to you adjusts to it, the way the environment responds to you adjusts to it. Everything in this universe adjusts, and always has and always will, to the vibration that you are emanating that says, this is how I feel about me. The alignment between you and you is everything, and it's really worth practicing. It's much more important than learning the computer program. It's much more important than learning to drive the monster bus. It's much more important than anything else that you could give your attention to. And you can do it while you're standing in line. You can do it while you're driving. You can do it while you're lying in bed. There are so many opportunities for you to stop for just a moment and find a little snatch of a little piece of something that you can compliment yourself and feel good about you within. It's the most productive, most powerful part of your creating process, because everything is about attraction. Who is it being attracted to? You. It's being attracted to you, and to you who feels as you feel. So you might ask yourself, how do I feel? Can someone make me feel embarrassed easily? You might want to work on this. Do I feel guilty easily? You might want to work on this. Do I feel lovely? Do I feel ugly? Do I feel powerful? Do I feel weak? Do I feel vulnerable? Do I feel victim? Do I feel invincible? How do I feel, you see? You know which of those feels good. When you say, I don't know how I feel, or I don't know how I want to feel, or I don't know how I'm supposed to feel, every one of you knows exactly that you would prefer to feel powerful than weak, that you would prefer to feel invincible than helpless, that you would prefer to feel clear-minded than confused, that you would prefer to feel adored rather than not accepted. You know how you want to feel, and you have to generate the feeling. And we would do that instead of dieting, instead of anything in terms of action. We would work on that first and watch how easily then everything else comes into alignment.
I see. Thank you so
Yes, indeed.
much.
Yes, indeed. Is it that you all get so involved in things that have nothing to do with you? The law of attraction is a huge law. In other words, there is so much that is already in place. Your work is to relax and release and allow it to be, you see. So next time you find yourself thinking, well, I should write one more affirmation, or I should go do one more visualization, or I should do one more virtual reality. I need to do something. I must be doing something wrong, or what I'm wanting would be, we say, what you need to do is chill out. What you need to do is relax. What you need to do is accept that it's not your work. What you need to do is relax and accept that you've done your work. You've asked. The universe is doing its work. It is answering. Your work is to get into this place where you joyfully receive it, which means you can't take score about when it's coming or where it's coming or how it's coming. In other words, you accept in this faith-based attitude, it is coming and all is well. And as you do that, then when you really get there, then it doesn't matter how long it takes. But it doesn't take any time then. In other words, if you could say, I don't care how long it takes, you're there. And then it takes no time. But as long as it matters how long it takes, you're not there and it's going to take a long time. Good. You got that. You all got that. That was really good. Did you write really good? We have enjoyed this interaction immensely. It is delicious to come together with those like you who are coming to understand the power of your ability to allow. Life is supposed to be fun, you know. This isn't supposed to be work. It's not something that you're supposed to do, or something that needs to be done, or something that will not get done if you don't do it. This is your creative arena where you are supposed to find things that please you. And in doing so, you please that which you regard as God. There is great love here for you.